Hello friends, this is Asta Sharma from MTech IT 2K Pavilion batch. Now, this is the paper of IIT's MTech 4th SEM NAD second internal paper. Now, let's start our discussion. First, which of the following interpolation technique is used to find the values of a function at points lying outside the known data points? Now, the options are A. Newton forward interpolation, B. Newton backward interpolation, C. Newton divided difference interpolation, and D. Lagrange's interpolation. And the answer is C. Newton divided difference interpolation. Now, second, which of the following is not a disadvantage of Newton forward interpolation? Now, the options are A. It cannot be used for large value of n. B. It requires equally spaced data points. C. It is sensitive to error in the data point. D. It is computationally intensive. And the answer is D. It is computationally intensive. Third, which of the following interpolation technique is used to find the values of a function at points lying before the known data points? And the options are Newton forward interpolation, Newton backward interpolation, Newton divided difference interpolation, and D. Newton Lagrange's interpolation. Now, the correct answer is Lagrange's interpolation. Fifth, which of the following interpolation is not a disadvantage of Newton backward interpolation? A. It requires equally spaced data point. B. It is sensitive to error in the data point. C. It cannot be used for large value of n. D. It is computationally intensive. Now, the answer is C. It cannot be used for large value of n. Which of the following interpolation technique is used to find the values of a function at points lying between the known data? A. Newton forward interpolation. B. Newton backward interpolation. C. Newton divided difference interpolation. And D. Lagrange's interpolation. And the answer is D. Lagrange's interpolation. Now the question 7. Which of the following is the correct formula for Newton divided difference interpolation? A. Function of x equals to function of 0 plus function of x0, comma x1 plus function of x0, x1, x2, x minus x1, and the series continues. B. Function of x equals to function of n plus function of xn minus 1, comma xn plus function of xn minus 2, xn minus 1, xn bracket x minus x, xn minus 1 plus and the series continues. Now, C. Function of x equals to function of x0 plus function of x0, comma x1 plus function of x0, x1, x2, bracket x minus x, x2 plus and the series continues. D. Function of x equals to function of xn plus function of xn minus 1, comma xn plus function of xn minus 2, comma xn minus 1, xn bracket x minus xn minus 2 plus and the series continues. And the answer is A. Function of x equals to function of 0 plus function of x0, x1 plus x function of x0, x1, x2 bracket x minus x1 and the series continues. Now the question 8. Which of the following is the correct formula for the divided difference in Newton divided difference interpolation? A. Function of xi equals to function of xi. B. Function of xi equals to function of xi plus 1 minus function of xi. C. Function of xi equals to bracket function of bracket xi plus 1 minus f of xi bracket close divided by xi plus 1 minus xi. D. Function of xi equals to function of xi minus function of xi minus 1 divided by xi minus 1. And the correct answer is D. Function of xi equals to function of xi minus function of xi minus 1 divided by xi minus 1. Question. What is the basic difference between Newton's forward and backward interpolation? Option A. Newton forward interpolation uses forward difference, whereas backward interpolation uses backward difference. B. Newton forward interpolation uses backward difference, where backward interpolation uses forward interpolation, forward difference. And C. Both Newton forward and backward interpolation method uses the same formula for interpolation. D. None of them. And the answer is A. Newton forward interpolation uses forward difference, whereas backward interpolation uses backward difference. And the question D. And the question 10. In Newton's divided difference formula, what is the purpose of using higher order difference? A. To increase the accuracy of the interpolation. B. To decrease the accuracy of the interpolation. C. To make the interpolation faster. D. None of the above. And the answer is A. To increase the accuracy of the interpolation. Which of the following interpolation method is not based on polynomial approximation? Option A. Newton's forward interpolation. B. Newton's backward interpolation. C. Lagrange interpolation. D. Divided difference interpolation. And the answer is D. Divided difference interpolation. Question 12. What is the difference between Newton's divided difference interpolation and Lagrange interpolation? Option A. Newton divided difference interpolation uses forward difference, whereas Lagrange interpolation uses backward difference. B. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses backward difference, whereas the Lagrange's interpolation uses forward difference. C. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses divided difference, whereas Lagrange Newton interpolation uses polynomial interpolation. D. None of the above. And the answer is C. Newton's divided difference interpolation uses divided difference, whereas Lagrange interpolation uses polynomial interpolation. Now the question 13. Which of the following interpolation method is more suitable for unevenly spaced data? A. Newton's forward interpolation. B. Newton backward interpolation. C. Divided difference interpolation. And D. Lagrange interpolation. And the correct answer is D. Lagrange interpolation. Thank you. Question 14. Which of the following interpolation method is known as the method of finite difference? Option A. Newton's forward interpolation. B. Newton's backward interpolation. C. Divided difference interpolation. D. Lagrange interpolation. And the correct option is C. Divided difference interpolation. Question 15. What is the order of the polynomial used in the Newton's forward interpolation? Option A, n. Option B, n minus 1. Option C, n plus 1. And the option D, 2n. And the answer is B, n minus 1. Question 16. Which of the following interpolation methods uses the concept of interpolation error? Option A. Newton's forward interpolation. B. Newton's backward interpolation. C. Lagrange interpolation. D. None of the above. And the correct answer is Lagrange interpolation. Question 17. Which of the following interpolation methods can be used to interpolate functions with complex values? Option A. Newton's forward interpolation. B. Newton's backward interpolation. C. Divided difference interpolation. D. Lagrange interpolation. And the correct answer is Lagrange interpolation. Now the question 18. What is the drawback of using higher order difference and Newton's divided difference interpolation? Option A. Higher computation complexity. B. Decreased accuracy. C. Higher degree of polynomial approximation. And the D. None of them. And the correct answer is higher computational complexity. Question 19. What is the main difference between Newton's Cotes formula and Gaussian quadrature formula for numerical integration? Option A. Newton's Cotes formula use equidistant point, whereas Gaussian quadrature formula use non-equidistant point. B. Newton Cotes formula uses non-equidistant point, where Gaussian quadrature formula uses equidistant point. Option C. Both Newton Cotes and Gaussian quadrature formula use the same type of points for interpolation. And the last option, none of them. So the answer is A. Newton's Cotes formula uses equidistant point, where Gaussian quadrature formula uses non-equidistant. And the last question is, which of the following is an example of Newton's Cotes formula for numerical integration? Option A, Simpson's one-third rule. Option B, Simpson's three rule. Option C, trapezoidal rule. And the D, both A and D. And the correct answer is D, Simpson's rule.